It's me, Pretty Pink Pommy. Hi. Hi everyone, hi everyone, hi everyone. Shout out to the icons of the day. Slumberone, aka V. Majestic Milo Tick. Oh, we still have an icon open. Get into it. Somebody claim it. Buenos dias, V. Hi everyone, hi everyone, hi everyone. I had to take my rent this morning, which is why I'm late. Late, aka I'm starting 30 minutes later than I did yesterday. I want to remind you that we are having cartoons tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. So pull up. There is an event in the there's already an event scheduled in the Discord server if you want to go get a reminder for it. Make sure to join the Discord if you are not already a part of the Discord. We are going to be doing these weekly, hopefully. Please show up or else I will crash out, and y'all don't want to see me crash out. Would y'all like to see me crash out? Wow. Hi Moss Green City. Thank you so much for coming to the stream.
I'm already going through a lot of shit right now. Leave me the fuck alone. Right. Real shit.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's crazy. What? Okay, let's get into some Pokopia. I am bringing back the Fierce Pop Log. It is not going to be today. I'm going to be so honest. Hi, Robbie. All right, let's get into the Pokopia of it all. We're saying goodbye to Slater. I haven't actually listened to Slater's album, but I did get a preview of it, so I know which songs are good. But anyway, next question. You're still mourning, Miriam? I don't know what that means. 69? You now have 69. Congratulations. Okay, so let's talk about what I did do yesterday. So I have been working on deconstructing this freaking mountain that stands between us and the museum, which you cannot see from this particular spot. But the museum is back there. You can just barely see it. Like, you can see the roof of it from right here, and we're already in the mountain. I have basically developed this ridge in the mountain, and I'm going to continue to widen this ridge off stream because, girl, that is too much for me. Anyway, last stream, I haven't posted the VOD yet. I don't know if I'm going to post the VOD, probably, just because I like to post a little bit of a messy VOD every now and then. We developed this housing area specifically for Miss Jigglypuff, and Igglybuff, with the headcanon that Cinderace is paying for it, even though Cinderace lives across town. Cinderace actually lives in this apartment up here. I need to put windows here. This is the Rocky Ridges area in Pokopia. Cinderace lives here with his young son, Scorbunny. They live in this nice, swanky, modernized apartment. They really enjoy it. At least I believe they do. Also, Scorbunny has locked me in this house. I know I need to eat something. I don't care right now. I tried to move yesterday. I tried to move this freaking vending machine because I was working on this whole little apartment complex that I'm trying to make happen here. And they both, and it was the middle of the night in the game. And well, it was the middle of the night period. But they both were dead asleep. I moved this vending machine. They both woke up and started freaking out. So that vending machine has to stay there. I was going to leave it there anyway, but I'm just saying, y'all didn't have to act like that. It's not gone forever. All right, and so now that's two of the established houses. So what else did I do? You can obviously see that there is a development happening here. Here we are at specifically, this is actually a house specifically for Gimme Ghoul currently, where I have some treasures that I found for Gimme Ghoul, and Gimme Ghoul lives in here and loves this house. And so this is just Gimme Ghoul's little area. That way I always know where to find him, because recently he was also living in this little build that was already kind of established in this area of Pokopia in the first place. I had his little environment over here, and now he doesn't live over here. So he has an area. I want to kind of clean up some of the walls that I've developed here, but we're not done with this. Also, this is the housing spot specifically for Dartrix. Dartrix likes it dark. So I have the curtains closed for him, but he also likes a lot of nature, so I kind of gave him like a little bit of a cute dark forest. I have finished the game. I don't have all the resources yet because even this area is not, I think right now I'm at level 8 in the Rocky Cliffs, so like, or the Rocky Ridges, so that's that. Other individuals that I want to live in the Rocky Ridges housing development projects is Lucario. Riolu is over here. I want Machop and Machoke to live over here as well. I would like I think I want to move out Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, but I'm not committed to that thought process yet. And I'm probably going to develop this area into an apartment, and then also there's going to be a little bit of a path that's leading you up to this area, so that's going to be a little bit of a smaller apartment. Right now, the biggest housing spot in any of this is actually Cinderace. No, but like they're freaking out, but this is not even powered because there's no electricity in this building yet. But right now Cinderace and Scorbunny have the biggest housing area simply because it's 5 blocks tall. I don't know if I want to readjust that or what, but these are smaller apartments for smaller Pokemon, being 3 blocks tall. And if you know, you know, but Miss Squirrel is only 1 block tall. Gimme Ghoul. And Dartrix I think is like 1.5 blocks, so there you go. I do want to develop this into apartments. I don't know exactly how I want it to go because I was thinking about how these apartments are not even. So like because of the placement of the door and where I put the door, I actually have the wall for this apartment sticking out 1 more block further than this one. And I would really prefer them to be at the same space, which means that I'm gonna have to move around some of these like pillars and stuff, I think, so that I can move the door over because I like the big door being here. I know I got right into it. I hope everybody's having a great morning, a great day. I know it's like 12:35. It's 12:35 for me. I don't know what time it is for y'all, but it's 12:35 for me. So I hope everybody's having a great lunch or a great afternoon if that's what you're starting with. I'm just trying to develop this area. Because you know, the Rocky Ridges is probably the least developed area that you enter, considering that it has no buildings except for the house that you start with when you come out here. And so like I really knew that I wanted to develop this. Previously I did showcase this. We do have Audino living out here now as well. She's the current it girl of the area and the only Pokemon who has the trade ability, I believe. And she currently is selling some items, it seems, and Onyx is over here looking at her wares. A lot of the more rugged Pokemon in the area do like Audino's presence here, as documented on my blue sky. Up here we have Rotom's apartment. Nothing new has happened in here since the last time I showed you this, but I do want to document that this is here. Rotom likes a lot of synthetic lights, noise and things like that, things that make noise, things that make him comfortable. So that's what I gave him. And then down here we have Chef Dente's apartment, which is honestly just a really basic home. Chef Dente also has kind of like a little like backyard area, so it's almost kind of like this is more of a duplex than an apartment complex. But yeah, this is what Chef Dente has so far. I kind of like this. It's cutesy. It's cozy. I think she likes it too, so I'm not even questioning it. Especially considering that Chef Dente also is like basically like this whole restaurant area is dedicated to Chef Dente, even though we also have Magmortar living over here. And I'm still working on developing this area a little bit more, but that's really not really, that's neither here nor there. Here is the house that we have for Clefairy and for Cleffa. I have yet to develop this house, so they don't live here yet. They live in the yard. But yeah, and then this is supposed to be my house, but I never put my flag back on it. I don't even know if I'm carrying a flag. I don't know where my flags went. If I knew where my flags went, I would be spawning at this house instead of at the Pokemon Center every time I came in this area, but I'm not there yet. I know that's like an overload of information, but paying rent to who? They own that house. Exactly. Well, Cinderace is paying rent. Cinderace is the one who put the money down for Jigglypuff to specifically have a house next to the waterfall. The waterfall, I want the waterfall to be bigger, for sure. And so I'm still continuing to develop the area. But Jigglypuff and her little sister are living in this house, even though Cinderace lives across town. That's the headcanon. The reason why I was saying though, just to recap it all, because I did talk about this last stream, but I haven't posted the VOD, is I want to make all of this area into apartments as well. And so to do that, first things first, I wanted to develop this area, and then I was going to kind of go around that and do something further with the rest of it, right? So my current mission is to keep going with what I was doing. I was doing a lot of this yesterday. I was watching Grey's Anatomy. If any of y'all were there, I did stream, I was on Damsel stream yesterday. We were playing a little bit of Pokemon, what game is that? Pokemon Sword and Shield, and we were doing Dynamax Adventures, and that was a really fun time. I think for this apartment though, I'm gonna start the wall like here maybe. I'm gonna like exclude this pillar so that way that there's like extra space, because like it kind of creates like a little foyer area. And I'm gonna start the area like this, and then I'm gonna extend it out all the way to like this maybe. Like I want it to be a private apartment for sure. I don't know who I'm gonna move out here. I wanted this to actually be plaster though, not these pillars, because I want this area up here to still be accessible. I don't know if I'm gonna put an elevator there or what, but right now it is what it is. Okay, let's actually start using the plaster that I wanted to use instead of the... This is the painted wall. Instead of these pillars, because I like the pillars, but I want to save the pillars for other builds in this area that utilize the pillars, because I don't have all the stuff for it just yet. I don't have the stone pillar recipe, that's what I'm saying. So like I have the stone pillars because I've been saving them specifically from this build. Like this build specifically has given me access to the stone pillars in ways that I previously didn't have. So yeah. So I'm trying to save the stone pillars because I've been collecting them specifically because they've been like, you know, they're coming from the builds in this area and they're kind of hard to obtain. And so that's what we have so far for this little apartment, because I wanted to include the window over here. And then we'll just put the door like maybe here. I kinda hate you, but it doesn't matter, let me dance. Let's put the door here. If I wanted to reflect specific, oh, hello? The way she just flew out the fucking window. Is he gonna jump from there? Where did Dartrix go? Y'all stay doing too much. Yeah, so if I want the door to be like, if I want the doors to reflect each other, then I'll leave that there. I did want to retain some of the original structure to this area. I mean, to this particular building. So like I'm leaving some of the pillars here because I like the vibe of it kind of being like a reclaimed building in some ways, but like at the same time, some of it got to go. And so like originally, I believe this entire floor, like everywhere where there was like this like tiled flooring, was originally, like all this on the floor was originally pillar, and I've removed a lot of it. There was definitely like a space here before. Anyway, I don't know what happened. From the outside of the mountain currently, that's where we're at. We're on the 3rd floor. I'm thinking about maybe adding a 4th floor. I'm not really there yet. I don't know how far I want this build to go because I know that there's a lot of Pokemon living in this grass. So like you see all the grass on the ground here. I have a Chatot over there. I have a Bonsly over there. There's more Pokemon that can live in this area, and I want more Pokemon to live in this area. I have the empty house where Clefairy lives. I have Pokemon on the mountain. I have Pokemon over here. And this feels so constricted to me, so we had to start a housing development because it was killing me. I think what I want, truthfully, what I want is I want this pillar to go all the way up here. And so that means that I need to restrict some of the area of Gimmighoul's house instead of getting concerned or bothered with what's going on with Dartrix's house. So I'm probably going to do that. I might do that off stream because I still want to keep going with what I have going on right now. This floor is not the floor that I want it to be. So we actually need to change that first. It's all stone tiling. On the 1st floor, it's all stone tiling, and I'm just continuing with the trend. Originally, actually, if you like, for those who are like, who were paying attention, this area like was the entrance area, which is like where you first get access to this whole building in the game. All of this was concrete floor, and then all of this was the stone tiling. I've extended that. Also, there's concrete floor here, and I'm probably gonna harvest all of this too and just continue building this area up. Chatot, yeah, I have Chatot out here. I was gonna move Chatot in with Dartrix, but I feel like they have different needs. Ooh. Okay. Let's put 3 of these here. Where's the stylish stone? Yes. And so all the walls are stylish stone. Flooring is what it's called, but... I don't really mind reconstructing part of her area. I just wish that she was fucking here. Hello? That's my bad. I wanted to spawn her. I didn't want to like get rid of her. I don't know where she is today. Gimmighoul. The game is very, very, very fun. I will say that much, Robbie. And there are a lot of birds. Right now I have the first 2 stages of the Pidgey line for sure. I have Chatot, I have Dartrix. Dartrix is a part of the like game, the story in this particular area. I have Magmar, I have Magmortar. Even though they're not necessarily bird Pokemon, they're still based on birds, so... and there's probably a lot more in this game. I just haven't, like, continued to, like, go out of my way to seek out those bird Pokemon. I would assume that there's, like, Spearow and Fearow, but I don't know. I would like to have Spearow and Fearow. Shout out to Crankcat. Thank you so much for the sub. Hi, Farm Boy. Wake up, everyone. Good morning. As Arya says, good morning, Sleeping Beauty. Bye. What? Anyway. Well, if I don't know where Gimmighoul is now, I'm not gonna go search for her. What I'm actually gonna do is keep building up this area like I want to, instead of being concerned with, you know... The lion is not concerned with the whereabouts of Gimmighoul if Gimmighoul is not at home when I start redeveloping her house. The more I explore this area too, because I was talking about how I had to harvest all the pillar, right? The more I explore this area, the more pillar you find. Like, exploring this building and finding out that some of the flooring in this particular build was pillar was crazy. And then I went into the upstairs area. So like, that's like the 3rd floor. Now it's the 3rd floor. Originally it was the 2nd floor, right? Of this build. And I saw more pillar up here that I don't think was attached to anything. I don't know where it was. And I was like, is all of this pillar like, maybe it was this? Because this isn't attached to anything. Yeah, all of this stone tiling, stylish stone floor. I was like, I want to harvest all of this. I could have swore that I saw more pillar though. Even though I don't have the recipe for it. But since I'm using it in the builds, like, I need that. This is gravel. Maybe it was in the cave. I saw it somewhere. I didn't make it up, I swear. I also don't know what the museum is made of. But the museum is a project that I'm working on, but I am not going to document that on stream, how I'm working on developing a path to the museum, because that's too much for me. It's too much for me, so I know it's going to be too much for y'all. I love the way they use the elevator so much. I didn't know they used the elevator so much, but they have to get up and to get around in this particular building. They have no choice but to use the elevators. I know all of this is like pillar, which actually, it's great that I have so much pillar because I can actually start working on redeveloping some of the ceiling here, because I already did the marble wall over here, and I think the marble wall looks great. I want more of the pillar ceiling up here, or I'm gonna replace the pillar ceiling except for the outside facade and put like more concrete there to kind of cheat it, so that way it's not like so obviously concrete until you see the outside. Just because like I want all this pillar. Even though this is all the bottom, there's 3 different types of pillar. I should take a glance over here to see what's going on over here. Yeah, this is just, this is more stylish stone flooring. I don't know if I'm gonna be removing this. I do kind of want to make this area better, so I probably will come over here and landscape it. So at that point, I probably will take some of the pillar. Same with the paths. Like I have a lot of concrete floor. You can go to its house and summon it with honey. Yeah, I knew that. It's just because I already, like, when I went into the house and I broke the wall, it took away the option to do that because of the it took away the option to do that because it's not a house anymore. It's just like a space. So, and there's not I didn't give it an environment. I actually just let it live in the house that I had already built. But if it ain't here, it ain't here. She'll show up tomorrow. In-game next day. Normally when you destroy their house, in-game next day, they will be walking around sad. Being like, where'd my house go? Where'd my house go? And then you have to go and tell them, like, girl, you still live here. Hold on. Pillar doesn't even sound like a real word to me anymore. Yeah? I don't like the torch being in here. I liked the idea of the torch until I realized that you can't place the torch on anything like this little thing right here. And then I was like, the torch gotta go. So if I remember correctly, I want to continue the wall this way. Yes. I do need a few more resources, so maybe I should go and do like an island on stream, because I've never done an island on stream. That would be fun to do. Fun meaning y'all can watch me do the back and forth of it all. If I did one, it would probably be another Arcanine Island, because that's what I did recently. Okay, here we go back with the pillars again. I know that this is not the correct pillar, but I'm just gonna put it here simply so that, like, we have something to save the space. I'm gonna replace all of this flooring, specifically in front of the elevators, with the concrete flooring, and then let me put up the wall again. Gimme Ghoul is gonna be shook when she comes back over here. And her house is gone. Okay, period. And like that's the other thing is that I don't have enough resources right now to do the doors the way I want to do all the doors, because I want all the doors to be relatively the same. But since I don't have the resources to do the doors the same right now, I think I'm just like, because I already built this and I wanted the Pokemon to start living here so that they're not all living in the grass around the area, like I just did the doors the way that I did the doors. And I kind of hate it. Okay. That was not what I meant to do. Okay, here we go. I'll do this. Hello? Okay, and so I'll put the pedestal here this time. And I will put the crystal ball here. And then I will put the little fencing, the wooden handrail right here. A lot of this stuff actually came from the Arcanine Island. Somebody's summoning me. Is it Dartrix? What do you want? Hi. Thank you for giving this to me in midair. 3 pieces of squishy clay. Appreciate you, bye. What else? We need to put a plate down. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. The biggest, the best part of building this little apartment for Gimme Ghoul is, I gave him a, I consider Gimme Ghoul to be gender neutral, so I've been using, I used her earlier, I'm using him now. To me, it really doesn't matter at this moment in time. I gave him a plate, or no, I gave him a barrel, and he was so excited for the barrel. I don't even know if Gimme Ghoul eats food. I'm gonna put a Lepa Berry here this time. And then, did I have anything on the wall? I don't think so. I'll put this in here, because that's another human artifact. Y'all in these elevators. I'm glad somebody's using the elevator system, though. It was developed specifically for, you know, the use of the Pokemon here. Period. Okay, oh. Okay, for what I currently have, because I don't really have a lot of rugs, I could go and make rugs, but I'm just not in the mood, and I also don't have all the paints done yet. I think that this is satisfactory for what I currently have access to for Ms. Gimme Ghoul, who may or may not even be present in the area right now. I'm going to go to... Let me empty my inventory. I'm going to go to Pallet Town because I wanted to go there yesterday. And I never made it over. And I want to go see all the Pokemon that may or may not be in there trying to spawn, because I built, like, last week, I built, like, a bunch of habitats there, and I never actually, like, came back and checked on the habitats at any point in time. And so I was, like, I was thinking about it yesterday night, but, girl, I was tired. After doing those Dynamax adventures, I love a Dynamax adventure, but I was tired. I needed a moment, like... Also, I have not been out here. I don't know what's going on in the Withered Wasteland. Honestly, it's not my business. Let's go check and see if anybody spawned, because I did have a habitat out here. I also never checked my I didn't develop this. I was supposed to make this into a habitat so that I could get a Vileplume. I never did. We have Gastrodon selling over here. Oh, a cherry berry lamp. Is that what that is? What is this? A berry case? A berry lamp? The current currency in my save is glass. It's a berry case. Oh, it's a storage. I also do want these shells because shells are a hot commodity as well, especially when you're trying to build in the Bleak Beach. I would not mind seeing some different seeing Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan move out of this area and into the Rocky Ridges maybe, because they're trade Pokemon, and it feels like there's a lot of trade Pokemon here and a lot of trade Pokemon there, because we have Gastrodon over here, and a few others who are often trading. Also, Chansey lives in this area for me because I moved her out here. Let's see who's at the hot spring today. Nobody yet. I do want to develop this area further. That's not where I'm at currently. The reason also why I want to start pulling Pokemon into the Pallet Town is because I want to get the levels up, because I think it was Moss who said yesterday to me that you can get paint in that area if you level it up past 5. It might have been Milotic who said that, but either way, I am taking the hint. Ooh. Well, we have a shaking tree. There's a Pokemon here. There's a shaking tree over there. Let's see who it is. Let's see who it is. Cramorant! Rumble, 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 rumble. Huh? Are you food? Yo! My food just walked right up to me. Heck yeah, time to eat. Bitch, back up. Ah, that's cold, yo. You're not, food, are you? Why does everybody say yo? It's so funny. My bad. Really sorry about that. Hey, why don't we be friends, though? Right. Cramorant, the Gulp Pokemon. Cramorant instinctively swallows everything whole. They're at the most formidable when they're struggling to swallow overly large prey. Cramorant, the Gulp Pokemon. Yo, bud. I'm gonna take this little flag here so that I can put it at my house in Rocky Ridges. I'm sure I have multiple. I know for a fact I have multiple flags in my inventory in other areas, but let's see who's living in here. Is that... Huh? Who are you? You looking to fight me? You probably don't want to do that. See, I'd pick you up right up in these jaws of mine and give you a big zap. No reaction? None? I got a shocked before I could shock ya. I got you shocked before I could shock ya, huh? I don't know, girl. Sometimes this shit is so hard to read. Spikeable, the stag beetle Pokemon. Displaying exceptional mobility, it weaves between trees and shoots down bird Pokemon with its electromagnetic... It shoots down bird Pokemon with electromagnetic beams. What the hell? Let's see what recipe I get. A weather vane. Oh, that's cute. I love a little bit of a weather vane. How festive. Somebody else is here. Magby! Oh, you're moving to Rocky Ridges, baby. Magby! Nice to meet you. I'm just taking a break right now. I just woke up, so if I let myself get too excited, I would only get tired again. This home is nice and toasty, which is perfect for times like this. You live in a patch of flowers. How is it toasty? Magby, the live coal Pokemon. Each and every time it inhales and exhales, sparks leak from its mouth and nostrils. Magby, the live coal Pokemon. A brain teaser? Not right now, thank you. I haven't touched Pallet Town really, but I do want the benefit of having Pallet Town, so that's why I put up all the little like environments that I could put out here. I am gonna put out like 1 or 2 more though. When I have the ability to do so. I thought I had different items on me than I do. That's my bad. Okay, let's go check the computer. We've prepared some limited time challenges for today only. Try talking to various Pokemon. Oh, is that the brain teaser? Meowth! Cute. A toilet? Hell yeah. Curved Eve recipe. Yep. Decorative shelf recipe. Yep. Antique table? Sure. I do not need any barrels right now. Right now we have Cramorant, who I don't particularly care about. Vikavolt is probably going to be moved out to the Bleak Beach at some point because that's where the that's where I think I want a lot of my electric types to live. OMG, if I don't time travel, I'll take that piece, that recipe. Okay. I'm probably not gonna time travel for today because I don't think I'm gonna be doing any builds. Like, I normally only time travel when I like start doing like a build, like where I'm having all the Pokemon build something for me. Magby, I want you to come with me. I don't know where Magby's gonna live, but I want Magby to come with me. How do you play jump rope, Diglett? Diglett says he likes to play jump rope. How do you play jump rope? Yoban, I see your paragraph, but it is too long for me to read currently. I am too busy enjoying the thing. However, I will say hello and welcome to the stream. I low-key want Magby and Magmortar and Magby, Magmar, Magmortar to live out here and have this kind of be like the boiler room, so to speak. Like, that was the idea that just came to me. I don't know if I can leave these walls as wood, though. Well, first of all, let's see if there's anything behind there. I don't think there is, but let's see. No, it's just straight up dirt. Magby, I don't know where I want you to live right now. Oh, this is perfect. Here you go. Give me like 1 second. I think what I want to do currently is I really just want to empty out all my inventory if I can, which I think I should be able to, low-key. Except for the food that I have on me. And then from there, I will, I want to go and explore a island. I'm gonna keep this flag on me so that way I could put the flag. I'm out of space. I need to get more storage for this area. Let's go to Bleak Beach. No. Let's go to Sparkling Skylands. I'm going to get another... Or I'm going to empty the rest of my storage there before I come back. You know what? Maybe I'll go to a Dragonite Island. I don't know which one I'm going to go to. I know I need items, but... Am I creating Divaville? Sorry, my grammar is off today. That's okay. I am Divaville. No, I'm just doing apartments, basically. The Pokemon need apartments. Because they don't have anywhere to live. I don't know if any of these are empty. If this is empty, I'm taking this back. You are always in the way. I'm so sorry. You're always in the way. I'm so sorry. Almost finishing up my website. Nice. I didn't know you had a website. Get into it. I do have a lot of artifacts here. Hi, Mobsuki. I need Pokemetal. Okay, let me actually, while I have the energy and the desire, and since we're sitting here on stream, let me go find the area. No. Let me go find the area where I can go make some Pokemetal and get the ball rolling on that, because it's killing me not having any. I just don't remember where the building is for it. I think it's over here, because I know it's not this area, so it has to be over here. It's underneath the gym. Yes. Okay, period. I think the aspect, I like this game specifically because, like, it's just very safe. It's comfortable, it's safe. It's not exactly cozy to me. I don't really like calling games cozy anyway, because that's not a... Cozy is not a word that is in my lexicon to start with, especially in regards to feminine games, and this game is relatively feminine in essence. It is very, like... it's really nice to be able to, like, go in here and just do simple menial tasks. I don't know if menial is the right word for what I'm describing, but simple tasks. Milo Tick, you and this freaking emote of Izzy is killing me, aka fried chicken. It's killing me. It's killing me. In a good way. Killing me in a good way. I'm so excited to see what the girls will cook up with Tomodachi Life. I am too, because that's not a game that I'm probably gonna play. Pokopia is my Tomodachi Life. I'm probably not gonna play Tomodachi Life. I'm probably not even gonna get it, honestly. I don't think y'all were ready for that conversation yet, so I haven't really addressed it, but that was the truth. I think that's it. Is that the whole area? Is there anything that I specifically want from this area? Not right now. I was really down here for the Poke Medal. I think that's it. Porygon lives up here. What do you want, Porygon? And now we have Twink Master up here talking about what am I gonna do? Girl, what do you need? sorry you gotta see me like this. Fixing up that big old building with you is so much fun. I've never worked on anything so exciting before. I'll tell ya, I poured everything I had into it. Make no mistake, it's my masterpiece. But now, well, as you can see, I ain't got nothing left in me. I've tried imagining other buildings, you know, huge ones, but none of them make me feel anything like they're not even worth building. What am I supposed to do now? Maybe check out other buildings? Wallow in here, feeling sorry for myself, sure ain't gonna fix anything. Maybe it's time I hit the road and did some building sightseeing. Say, those Pokemon centers here and there all have different looks to them, don't they? You know, I've always wanted to see them for myself. Think you could bring me to them, Ditto? Oh, and maybe you can share some fun memories while we're walking. Can't have a journey without stories to tell along the way, eh? Not right now. I will do that, but not right now. Right now, we gotta get Vulpix on the job of making me some more Pokemetal. Or Ninetales. I did get Ninetales. Actually, I didn't realize all y'all were hanging out down here. I have Vulpix, Ninetales, I have Cyndaquil, I have Quilava, and we also have Lombre in the corner. Like, I did work on some of the Pokemon out here. I just haven't really done anything to, like, build up the area besides that. I didn't realize that they all hung out at the little hot spring that I made. Fried mug. Fat head. Yeah, so Ninetales should come over here and make me some Pokemetal in the meantime. I wonder if there's like a storage that I could probably like snag from somewhere out here. Because I've seen them around before and I've taken some, but not all. If there was a storage that I could snag from out here at all, it would actually probably be right where I came from. More of those buildings. Also, hi Izzy, hi Fried Chicken. I don't know what y'all are talking about in the chat. I've been a little bit locked in because I needed that Pokemetal bad. If y'all see any of those anyway, if y'all see any storage lockers, let me know. I need to get like Milotic. Milotic has like a whole area. He has like a house and then he has like a whole area in one of his builds. And where he has like a whole room in his house dedicated to his storage. I need to be like that. With just more of like a dedicated effort to be organized is my point. No storage for me, it seems. What are the lockers like? Can I use the locker? The office locker just does like regular storage, like anything else. What about this? Office shelf does the regular storage. I'm not seeing anything. I kind of love how this area is just a collection of random crap. Check the roof area and second floor areas. No, I want like one of those like drawers. But I don't have the Pokemetal to make one right now, I don't think. And actually, the reason I don't have the Pokemetal to make one is because I've been working on buildings. Or no, windows. Maybe I could buy one. I never checked. Sometimes you can buy them. Right now, the only storage that they're offering is the office locker and the office shelf, and they're also not offering Poke Metal in this particular space. See, no big storage box. Gardevoir's probably in here. I didn't see her earlier. No, she's not. Okay, well, I gotta go somewhere to send money to Guat. Okay. Are you gonna do that right now, V? Is that your way of telling us that you're leaving? Oh, okay. Well, hi, V. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I've been watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy. I'm probably going to get back to doing that later. Vulpix, I really don't care what you need right now. I need you to go work on that Poke Metal for me.
Wig? Yes. I know. Wig. I feel that already.
What is wig? What is wig?
No, it's not your language. It's just...
Grey's Anatomy for gamers? Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. The way all of that those Poke Metal ores are in this little area right here, and I completely forgot about it. Let me go check that other... Actually, you know what? I'm straight up going to take that other one out of here. That should be over here on this island. I wonder if there's storage. There is storage in this building. It's not on the base level. I think it's in this level, the middle. I'll take it out of there and then I'll replace it later if I even care to. Because, like, I really don't like the way that this building looks or feels. And I know that, like, without spoiling it, you don't get to choose what goes in this building unless you're actively in here. Or you don't get to choose what goes in this building until after you finish that part of the story. Which is good because you get a lot of benefits of having all the crap that's in here, but also it looks like crap. Like, I wanted this to all be like Pokemon environments and like feeling like it's a more of like a reclaimed nature vibe, and the Pokemon wanted this to be more of like a okay, we're going back to Rocky Ridges. I just finished my government mended lunch. I had no idea that building had storage chests. It had one. There's all kinds of crap in there. And honestly, once you finish it, I feel like you can just take anything out of there that you want to. I'm probably gonna kind of like make that into more... I want it to feel more like it's still ruins. So I'm probably gonna take out some of the windows. I'm probably going to deconstruct some of it at some point. Okay, period. Low-key, I really kind of want to live here. Well. I don't know what I want to do with this house. I'm kind of on the fence because I did reestablish it, but honestly, I'm not in love with the build. I think I really just want to like knock it down and make this more of like a habitable area for other things, for other like not a habitable, more of like a community area. Anyway, do y'all think that I should go to a Dragonite Island or that I should go to a Arcanine Island? I'm thinking Dragonite. Low-key. Once my Withered Wastelands is done, I'm gonna do the beach or the Skylands next. They're both overwhelming terrain to me. I feel like the Rocky Ridges is the most overwhelming terrain, which is why I've been working on it so much, especially because on my Bleak Beach, even though there's a handful of Pokemon still living in the grass, I have multiple houses out there that I feel very comfortable with leaving. I just need to move them in there. A drag queen! Ooh, I've been locked in. I'm sorry, y'all, I've been locked in. If I'm not talking or if I'm not reading the chat, it's just because I've been trying to focus on the game so I can get some stuff done. I have ambitions today. Oh, well, there's actually Pokemetal at Dragonite Island. Thank you. The giant mountains, and that's what I'm saying, and that's kind of why I was saying I've been working on it so much. Part of the reason why I've been working on the apartments the way that I have and the houses the way that I have is because I've already been out there working on the path to the museum, and it's overwhelming and it takes a lot of like grinding to get done. So I've been doing that, and then when I take breaks from that is when I go back and I kind of like start working on somebody's house, and then I'll go back and I'll start working on some of the land, and then I'll start working on somebody's house, and then I'll harvest some of the fruit and stuff or whatever. Like, watch this. Oh, none of these are fruit trees. These are all... Okay. That's fine. Well, back to business. You slay at badminton? I would have never thought you would be good at that game. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this is cute. What is this? Okay, thank you for the chair, period. I can deconstruct this entire building. Give me 2 minutes. A painting. Oh, period. I've never seen one of these. All right, let's roll. Y'all ready? The way all of these blocks are turning into non-burnable garbage. Oh, Miss Trash Goblin is gonna have a field day with this one. Back to it. Thank you for coming to the stream today. If you're still here, and especially if you've been here with me for at least a big part of the stream, I'm really appreciating your presence here as I am working through Pokopia, which is currently my new obsession. I really appreciate you for being here. I'm going to continue to work on Pokopia off stream. I'm not going to get off stream just yet. I'm just saying hello. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. You're all awesome. Please continue to be active and fruitful members of the community. I appreciate you. And when I say fruitful, I don't just mean monetarily, but actually contributing to the culture of the community that I'm fostering here, and also the greater community that I am a part of, that I refer to as the ecosystem, which is really the girly pop niche in the internet that we all kind of sit in. Me and all my collaborators and friends, I really appreciate y'all for being supporters. Y'all are all awesome. Thank you for being here. Currently, I am if I'm like grinding on this game. I do want to pick back up on the Fierce Pop block. Part of the reason that I haven't picked up on the Fierce Pop block is because I'm obsessed with Pokopia, and part of the reason I haven't picked it back up on the Fierce Pop block is just because it's not the right time to go back to it yet for me. We were at a really interesting and crucial point in the Fierce Pop block where we were finally at the Safari Zone, and I really enjoyed the Safari Zone, and I really enjoy the Safari Zone, and I want to enjoy it further. But also, I think because Pokopia came out the way that it came out, and it was such a big impact, it was important to me since I was able to get it thanks to with the help of Farmboy and Paradise, to be able to stream it for y'all, because you know I do sit in a place on the internet where I currently make content, you know, the way that I make content specifically about Pokemon related media and similar medias like Pokemon. So like it was important to me when I was able to do it to actually get out at least a good little chunk of, you know, comprehensible content for all of y'all and also for myself with this game. And so that's really what I've been focused on. It's not that I don't want to go back to the Fierce Pop block, it's just that it's not the right time for her yet. But when her time comes, her time will be here. The Girly Pop block is coming. I don't know exactly what I want the Girly Pop block to look like, and that's part of the reason why it's taking so long to develop. I know that I was trying to skirt around the issue yesterday because somebody brought it up. Like, I think when we were playing Dynamax Adventures, it wasn't that anybody brought up how long it's been, but I am passively taking my time with working on all the things that I want to develop for y'all for the Girly Pop block. I am definitely going to be working on that more this week because I had some ideas that I wanted to start using and implementing for myself with the Girly Pop block. So when I say it's coming, it's coming. It's just not here yet, and that's also okay with me. Whoa, look at that. Period. May I know the tea, please? Thanks in advance. I hope y'all appreciate me I was having a private conversation with the streamer near you. I'm not going to tell you all the tea on who I was talking to about this, but I was basically telling that person in so many words, and there was a greater context of the conversation that I'm not going to particularly elaborate on, but I was basically telling that person that, you know what, there's a lot of things that we do as content creators that I consider to be sacred, like showcasing our relationships, or like showcasing our exploration of games, or talking about our perspectives with certain media that we all enjoy. And that's part of the reason why I take it so seriously about people showing up. It's because it's like, if you're not going to respect the medium that the forum that I'm trying to create, about like talking about media that I enjoy, or the media that I think that we would all share an enjoyment of, then I can't, like, it's almost kind of giving like, respect the process, you know what I mean? I don't think that you showing up is necessarily like, you don't have to show up if you don't want to, ever. I don't think that, but I do think that, like, you know, it's a sacred experience. It's a sacred ritual almost to say, hey, we're going to watch this show together and we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to give you my in-depth opinion on Star versus the Forces of Evil, or, you know, right now I'm thinking of Fawn as he's watching Heated Rivalry on his Patreon, which I'm not a part of the Patreon community for Fawn, but I do know that, like, there's been a lot of people watching it. I don't know who is and who's not, but I know that, like, there is like a community for the Patreon that Fawn has created, which is great. And I think that the reason why things like that are monetized is because they're important. Like, Fawn's opinion is important, yes, but also being able to share in that with him, and him taking out the time to do that, it's bigger than just saying, oh, well, he's taking out the time to do it and he's monetizing it because he's taking out the time to do it, and it calls for work. It's also because, like, the experience of enjoying or also interpreting media as somebody who creates media or somebody who does media, and this is bigger than just what I was talking about with the Heated Rivalry Patreon. It's sacred, like, that's sacred energy, and on a spiritual level, we are convening in a way that brings that sacred energy to it. You know what I mean? And I think, like, we give power to things that are important to us, and I think my focus right now with that is that I am not going to collect all these vines. I think the vines are great. I don't want to collect the vines right now. Maybe I'll come back to this island later, because I'm probably not going to reset my game right now, but I am going to collect these freaking trees. I'll tell you that right now. And yeah, it's very much the feeling of putting an effort to put our art or community into the internet. We want it to be appreciated. Yes. And I think that there is the psychological aspect of it. There's the monetary aspect of it, where it's like putting money to my own work out of self-respect. Yes. Because, you know, it took work to make this you know, stream happen. I've talked about it before, but I fashioned my own overlays on Canva with tools that I utilize from Canva, yes, but it took me hours and hours to do it. And it's taken money to make it takes money, it takes experience, it takes skills that has taken like a lifetime to develop, you know, to do some of the stuff that even I do on stream. I don't even think that all the stuff that I do on stream is necessarily like groundbreaking media. It's not groundbreaking content for me all the time, in my opinion. And yet it's taken me so much energy of my life to get into it. I think that there's an aspect of it where there's like a level to it on a human level where it is sacred that we are meeting and converging at this moment and contributing our energy to this experience with each other. And that needs to be respected. You know, like, it's almost kind of like and that's the community aspect, I think, that a lot of times goes untalked about, you know, where it's like, it's bigger than us just hanging out and watching cartoons, or us just hanging out and playing video games. You know what I mean? Even though on a very basic level, that's what it starts out as. It becomes bigger because we're all contributing a communal energy to this in a way that makes it bigger to us in all of our minds. It's like a one-time thing. Like, I would describe it as you're getting a unique opinion. Yes, it may be similar to other opinions, but it's unique because to other opinion, It's unique, but it's because you see. And like, I think that's the other thing too, is, you know, especially when it comes to my interpretation of media, you know, I have a very nuanced perspective, and I'm only realizing this now, but like, I'm a unique person. Like, and I've thought about that recently, like in the past like year or so. I am a unique person. There are very few people, like a very small collection of people on the planet who will come from my ethnic background, my racial background, and then also beyond that, also my identity within my own queerness, who are also making the content that I make and who have the experiences that I have when it comes to my relationship to music, visual art, content creation, and media. And I'm not saying that I need to be the most important person to everybody else, but I'm saying what I do is important because I have such a unique perspective on things, and I shouldn't take it for granted. You know what I mean? And I think that like that's true for all of us, you know? And I could talk about this for days and days and days. Like I could talk about, you know, for example, there are some other very unique people in this community, and we don't think about them being unique because we have not been trained to think that people's perspectives are unique, especially people of color, especially queer people of color. We are not, as in the Western world, we're not trained to think that people who, you know, are from places or from cultures who don't speak English are valuable. You know what I mean? In the English speaking world. And yet there are so many opinions. There are so many perspectives. There are so many things that we can see on a human level that are so valuable. Like, for example, that's why I'm always encouraging V specifically. This is what's actually in my mind. That's why I'm always encouraging V specifically to talk about all of his niche interests in the Discord server, is because even if I don't know what he's talking about, there is something very unique and special. Hi V, if you're still watching. There's something very unique and special about V, the person that V is, the person that V has been, to experience the media that he is experiencing and have the feelings that he's having about it, which is true for all of us because we're all unique people. And I think that it's really interesting and really special in a way that I think sometimes we take for granted, and that like we can never really like put into words. You know what I mean? Thank you for the shiny luck. Hi, Andalise. Welcome to the Discord stream. This is not a Discord stream, by the way, but I was like giving my big brain thoughts on the topic. And it's annoying when you spend time and energy into something unique and close to you for it to flop. Yes, I agree. But I think annoying is like an understatement. I think really it's almost kind of like the loss of the energy. You know, when I put energy into things, I don't think that everything that I do is gold. I don't. But I think that there is something so valuable about all of us converging the way that we converge on the internet. And I like, basically that's what I said already, but like, and to see some of it being taken for granted is like unspeakable feeling of loss almost, you know, especially in an era where it could easily, like, I don't think that all of us are going to be eradicated. I don't think that's going to happen, but you know, people speculate that there is a future where, you know, we could be silenced, where we could be disconnected from each other, stuff like that. And so that's like one of my actual points is like, I guess my point is y'all don't take it for granted and I don't take, or I'm telling y'all not to take it for granted, and I also don't want to take it for granted and really don't, I try not to. You know? And that's why it's a big deal to me. It's not just because of the monetary aspect of streaming. It's not just because of my own ambitions when it comes to having more numbers with people who are following me or more people in the Discord. It's also the aspect of it where it's like, the things that are happening now are creating a space for us as individuals that we cannot create in our own communities because of the way that the world is currently. I don't know. Hi, Pero. Hi, Snowy. These interests are very fascinating, I agree. Is that a cave? I bet all the Pokemetal's in the cave. I should go in there. I wanted to take all of this down first, though. Like, all of this. Okay, I was gonna say I don't have any food. Okay, let me roll. Oh, girl, this is so messy. Y'all are actually tempting me to get this game. It's very fun. I will say it's very fun. It is not the same vibe as what Tomodachi Life is going to be like. I am sure of that. But I think if anything, it's kind of like if you're missing like the vibe of like what it was like when we were playing Animal Crossing back in 2020, 2020 and 2021, like this will fill that void. Because I was at a point where I was missing that, and I do kind of feel like I'm kind of getting some of that energy back. Maybe not the exact same gaming experience, but it's close. And there's a story to it. Anyway. Exactly, Snowy. After tomorrow, it would be like 13 days until Tomodachi release? Question mark. I don't even know. When does Tomodachi come out? Is it April? The 12th? Is that what you're saying? The 15th. Okay, period. 16th. Okay. OMG, I'm watching Cardcaptor Sakura, and I hit an episode with the plot I hate, and when shows do, especially animes. What is that? Dude, without spoiling it, what is the trope that they're doing? I need to catch up. I've been showing up to Damsel's events to support, but I haven't. I missed one event, and then I've missed like 6 episodes that I need to like catch up on. Body swapping, I see. I think this is all I can do with this area right now. I'm probably gonna have to come back. I really need more food. I have 9 leaves on me. I could go make some salads maybe. Let's go cut some stuff up. Yeah, there's a little bit of Pokemetal down there, but I can't even collect it right now because I don't have any PP. Let's go cut the tree. Oh, there's a building. What is this made of? Iron plating? Hell yeah. This is a deconstruction project right here. No food in it though. There's gotta be some kind of special items in here, but I don't see any. I swapped bodies with someone who I knew because, like, what is their routine? What if I do it wrong and someone notices? Whoa, the world is bigger than I expected. This is actually, like, basically an island for you to collect resources from, essentially. And there's a lot of stuff that you can get from these islands, depending on which one you go to, which you can only go to one per day. But you can go to it as many times as you would like. So that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm just on the island trying to get all the stuff that I can. What I actually came out here for was recital stage. Okay, I actually only need like one thing for that. What I actually came out here for specifically was building materials, so I need to go and collect some of those. Like, I need some stuff for rocks, I need some Poké Metal, things like that. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm heading back over here, Splat, so that I can, let's see, is there anything to cook with out here? The good news is I think I can make a... Hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't have any lumber. I just have the wood. So I can't even make like a... I need food. And I don't want to waste the experience, but like I'm running out of PP. I hate this. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, that was a loud sneeze. Okay. Y'all didn't hear it because I cut my mic off just in time. That was a loud ass sneeze. That hurt my throat, actually. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna gather some food materials, and then we're gonna. I'll come back to this island later and like deconstruct it, so that I can keep working on those apartments for the Pokemons. Ugh. I also hate running out of PP. How loud? I think if I had did the sneeze and there was no gain filter, it would have been in the red. It would have been like I yelled. I don't know. Like I was, it would have been like I screamed in your ear, basically. I wonder if I have food here. Probably. I could just make like a bunch of salads. I do have food here. I also have this. Let me go and smelt some other stuff. I don't know if I have anything else to smelt. What's your problem? I challenged my shadow to a race earlier, and guess what? My shadow won! Any idea how I can beat it next time? Maybe a head start. Oh, okay, that's it. How was my impression? Could you tell who I was trying to be? Trapinch or Greninja? Trapinch. Yippee! That's exactly right. I must have done really good impression, huh? Yeah, for some reason, all the Pokemon are doing impressions. I don't know what's up with that. Do I have anything that I actually could... Oh, well, I do have all this iron ore. Actually, I think I'm going to hold off on burning this iron ore just right now. But I am going to go collect the rest of that Poke Metal so that way I can use it in the future. Because, like, you can't use the Poke Metal ore for nothing. Once I sneezed really hard because I inhaled my waistline by accident. I hate when that happens. Are you taking karaoke requests right now? Karaoke? What does karaoke have to do with anything? actually, I was thinking about the karaoke stream, and I was thinking maybe instead of making it into a stream, I was gonna talk about this later. So like, you can have your opinions on it now, but I am gonna probably talk about it in the Discord, which is where I'm gonna be taking the actual opinions about the topic. But instead of doing a karaoke stream, I think I might just sing a few karaoke songs for you for like a series. Like maybe, I don't know, for like the month of, I don't know. So we're heading into April. So for example, if I were going to be doing it for, if I was going to be doing it for April, I would be like, for the month of April, I'm going to be singing like what, 2 or 3 songs a week, which would total into what, 12 to 15 songs for you all. And I would do like songs for me, and then I would have the community suggest songs that I do for karaoke, and then I would just sing a song, a few songs, maybe once every Wednesday or once every Friday. I sing a few songs for karaoke instead of doing like a big official karaoke stream, because part of the reason why I don't do karaoke the way that I've done it in the past is because it's too much of an undertaking. But because I've been doing streams a little bit earlier, I am more available now to do karaoke stream, or to sing karaoke on stream, than I would do like an extensive karaoke stream where I'm going balls to the wall, singing multiple songs back to back, and then asking y'all for requests. But I'm not there yet. That's what I was thinking about. It came to me earlier. I'm not committed to the idea, but I do think it's a good idea. Hi, Milotic. Thank you for coming. Sneezing, farting, and burping at the same time. I do like the impressions. I think they're really cute. That was the first one that I've gotten correct, though. Yeah, and the idea, exactly, Andalise, the idea of doing like a karaoke stream is not unforeseeable for me, but it does sound exhausting. Well, this is just Poke Metal fragments. I can take all of this out of here. And I can just throw all of this in here. For her. I'll put the gold in here, maybe. What about open mic furry karaoke stream? Open mic furry karaoke stream? That would be actually... In a perfect world, that would have happened already, where we all got on VR chat and we sang karaoke with each other and I streamed it. That would be so tea. Wish I could make it happen. Actually, I feel like that would be easier than it sounds. I've never streamed VR chat, but that would probably be easier than it sounds. Considering the majority of it would just be people showing up. Although I'm sure I would have to troubleshoot and walk some people through getting on VR chat, making an account with VR chat, finding a skin for VR chat that they would like to use, and then also talking about what's appropriate and what's going to happen on stream versus what's not going to happen on stream, and then also having to moderate that. That would be the hardest part. Because something just tells me, something in my spirit just tells me Milotic has never played VR chat. Also, I think the other thing would be getting people to actually want to sing. Like, if we did like a virtual karaoke moment, because that's actually a really interesting idea from Pero that might have been a joke, but honestly is kind of like sticking in my mind a little bit. Would y'all actually show up and sing a little bit? Because like, I sing a little. Like, and I know some of us are singers, some of us would show up, but some of us wouldn't show up. And I want to know, would you be interested in showing up if it was like a possibility? Oh, I would be so nervous. Meanwhile, it would be in front of like 10 or 15 people who already talk to you on a regular basis and maybe just don't know what your voice sounds like. But I would adore to show up. I would totally sing. I'm not a good singer, but I would give my life. I would be nervous and also intoxicated. Well, there's that. You would. I know you would, Pero. I don't know if y'all saw it, but recently Kizzy's birthday was on the 28th. Shout out to Kizzy, Diva Kizzy. And Kizzy had like a little small birthday get together in VR chat where we all went to furry karaoke, and Pero was singing Hotline Bling. I think it was Hotline Bling. Was it Hotline Bling, or was it a song that like interpolated that? Either way, he was getting his life. I didn't sing because it was really late when we did it, and I was there, but I just didn't sing, so I was mostly in the background. It was just Hold On, I think. Oh, maybe that's what it was. I knew it was a Drake song. And I was there. I was actually there. I was using a VR chat skin of a really sexualized Gardevoir with really giant boobs, dancing in the background while everybody else was singing their songs. It was fun. I had a good time. I had to leave a little bit earlier because my social meter has been really, really low recently, but it was a really fun time. What was the set list? It was a mix of songs because there was a multiple people there. Some people that you know pretty well, some people that you probably heard of, but maybe that you don't know as well were there as well. Actually, I think you've heard of all those people now that I'm saying that. Well, I know all these people. It was an intimate space. Shout out to the intimate space. That's all I will say. It was a great time. I had a good time. I hope Kizzy had a good time. I don't know. What were the other songs? Pero, do you remember any of the other songs without telling us everybody who was there and exactly what happened? But do you remember any of the other songs that were sang? Kizzy was getting his life as Ariana. Kizzy was dressed as Ariana at during one of the like it was like an Ariana skin in VR chat. I remember Landslide. Yes, somebody did sing Landslide. That's true. I think that we're kind of coming to a close. Does anybody want to talk about anything else? I know I wasn't streaming for 2 hours, but I also was sitting in the car for about an hour because I had to go pay my rent. Or rather, I had to take the rent because I don't pay the rent here, but I had to go take the rent, and it was like an hour in the car. I want to go eat my lunch. So I think I'm ready to close this out. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about before you roll up out of here? Can we talk about the hour in the car? Honestly, it was a good time. I was listening to mostly R&B music. I don't know. I was drinking a coffee that I bought from the store yesterday. It came in a can. I won't say what brand it is. It was kind of gross, honestly. I'm thinking about maybe starting to make. I want to buy some chai concentrate from the store and start using it for my own little like personal like chai. I think I also want to get espresso concentrate too. I want to start making my own little like dirty chais at home. I don't know how committed I am to that right now though. Let's see. An hour to and from, like 30 and 30. It was an hour. It was an hour, but I don't get out of the car because it's a drive-through. It's like I do the drive-through, so I just put the little thing in the canister and send it up. The check in the canister and send it up. But it's like a drive-through. Which is like, that's really natural for my area. I'm in an area, and I've lived in this area majority of my life, and it's just very natural for us to have to drive everywhere and to have to drive 30 minutes to go somewhere and to run that errand and then drive 30-minute back is fine. I kind of want to raid into other druids stream. Druids, it's his birthday. I don't know if he goes by he, him, sorry. I don't know Druid's pronouns. It's Druid's birthday though, and they're streaming Tamagotchi. Like an experience of Tamagotchi Paradise. We should raid. So we're gonna raid. So can we get the raid a message in the chat? We're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for coming to the stream, he, him. Thank you so much, Robbie. It's Other Druid's birthday today. He is streaming for the first time, playing a Tamagotchi for us with the hand cam. We're gonna raid. So pull up to the raid, put the raid message in the chat. Let's put this song on. I don't know what song I'm gonna play. Let's do this one. Okay, bye y'all. See y'all soon. I am gonna be posting this VOD. The way the song isn't playing. Hello? Be nice to druids, please. Tomorrow we're going to be having our return to our cartoon watch parties. I'm calling it Hump Day cartoons instead of weekend cartoons. We're going to be watching Star Wars: The Force of Evil. The Fierce Poplock is coming back. It's probably going to come back on Thursday, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow or what I'm going to stream tomorrow. That's all I have for now. Bye! Be nice to druids!